Hello everyone and welcome to tradingcardnation. Today we're going to do a little throwback Thursday on NBA Hoops Basketball 1990-91 season. I've done a little bit of basketball but haven't done a lot. Some of the newer basketballs I'm really not up on the rookie players or newer players. Of course you got Luka and Zion and a few other players that everybody's heard of, but some of the less prominent rookies, I'm really not up on. Don't know what their stats are and everything. But when it comes to junk wax, back in the 90s, early 80s, 90s, you got a lot to going for it. On the cover here you got Patrick Ewing, Michael Jordan, John Stockton, just Isaiah Thomas, of course Larry Bird, Malone. It just goes on and on and on. There's plenty of them out there. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, they kind of saved the NBA when they first came out, and so back then you was kind of watching it and seeing what, especially around the Dallas-Fort Worth area where I was raised. You didn't have true basketball. You had some minor leagues, but you didn't have true NBA basketball. So you kind of watched certain players. Because if you didn't have a favorite team, you just watched certain players. And mine was, of course, Bird and Magic, and then their supporting cast. So yeah, you kind of kept up with it that way. I myself, about mid 90s, whenever Bird whenever after his Olympic games and he retired, I kind of just backed off, concentrated more on football, baseball. Texas is, football's king in Texas, and unfortunately I think all sports ought to have equal, but not in Texas. But anyways, I digress. So let's get back to the basketball. We are definitely more in my league as far as the players. Know more about these players than what I do about the newer players, unfortunately, which I'm trying to rectify that. I'm getting more into basketball and seeing what, trying to keep up with a lot of them. So let's go ahead and rip into it, and let's just see what we can find. So again, there's some value to these cards, especially a Jordan, Barkley. Again, you got Larry Bird. So let's take a look and let's see what we can't find. Pull these out. Now some of these cards could be a little trashy as far as their centering, the edges, but again, there's not much information as the newer boxes. It basically says NBA Hoops Basketball Cards 1990-91 season, the official NBA basketball card. So let's go ahead and start ripping into it, and let's hope we can find some Jordans and Birds and Malone and Stockton. There's a couple of error cards in here. So let's see what we can find. Stacey King. And not so much. There's a Karl Malone. Glenn Rice. And of course you have the coaches. They was prevalent in this set as far as putting the coaches in. Teague, Hopkins, Lewis, Casey Jones, McKee, Reggie Miller. That's a nice one. offered. Dominique Wilkins, another nice card. Centering's a little off on it, but then you follow up with a Karl Malone, another Karl Malone. This is bad on the Clyde Drexler. Move some of these out of the way here. And off key, David Rivers. I don't know why they're flipping one card in the middle for. And of course you have Charles Barkley on the All-Star. Not his base card, but nice little insert. And I'm not too familiar with that one, but that player. But Dennis Rodman. There you go, Defensive Player of the Year. Nice card. About a 75-25 on the centering. Then you have a Charles Barkley base. Moses Malone. That's a nice little pack. Pearson, another coach. Vance, Cage, Wrong Michael, Hopkins, Hastings, Clyde Drexler, Wingate. The thing I like about that Clyde Drexler, you got Larry Bird in the background on that NBA All-Stars. And this Dave Robinson rookie. Now that's a nice one. That's fairly close to being a pretty good centering. Nice centering all the way around. Front and back. Cooper. David Ells. Yeah. Okay. Lane. Hastings. James Worthy. And there you go. Young. Shaw. Easton. Ted Roberts. There you go. Mark Jackson. Anybody know what that's famous for? Not really much him as a player, but you got the Menendez brothers right back here. Let's see if I can get that focused in. Menendez brothers. That's what that card is. Why it has the value it has. Garland. Steve Johnson. Another John Stockton. You get the group of coaches that they always put in these cards. Got a Michael somebody on the back. Didn't see the last name. Another John Stockton. There we go. Brooks, Daly, Dennis All-Star, Ford, Maxwell, Richardson, Williams, well, got a little bit of lost paint on that one. Isaiah Thomas, there we go. Kirk Rambless, David Robinson, All-Star, John Morton, Gerald Henderson on the Bad Boy Pistons, John Sally, Chris Mullen, Chuck Pearson, Mark Cooper, Mike Brown, Charles Jones, Edwards, Blackman, Burnett, Rivers, Mark Williams, Sam Perkins, Otis Smith, Anderson, Norman, Kerr, Kemp, there we go, Sean Kemp, Isaiah Thomas, sorry about that, I had a little bit of an interruption. Armstrong rookie, Tidwell, Bryant, Paxson, West, Lowe, Carroll, Anderson, there we go, there's a Magic. Just need to pull these base cards. Manning, James Worthing, definitely. Campbell, Edwards, Dominic Wilkins again, Sam Mitchell, rookie. King, Karl Malone, definitely. Charles Davis, McKee, Phil Jackson. There we go, Larry Bird. I just need to pull Joe Bird's rookie, base card out. King, another Charles Barkley. Reggie Lewis, Casey Jones, Chapman, Reggie Miller, no Scottie Pippen yet, no McHale, another Dominique Wilkins, Dave Robinson. We'll set that up there. Pat Riley. Brad Davis. Mavericks, got to keep him out. Charles Barkley. Jones. Almost halfway through. Another Michael on the back, but not the right one. There's Rodman. There's Malone. Cage. Clyde Drexler. Magic Johnson, most valuable player. That's a nice, not quite centered, little nick on the bottom, little fraying on the bottom, but still. There's Magic. Definitely nice card. Cooper, Ellis. It's got two flipped around backwards. James Worthy. And we are one pack from being halfway through. Shaw. Elliott. Donaldson. John Battles. Hastings, and the Bad Boys, Stockton. You get his base card too. Alright, halfway through. Got quite enough. Ah, there we go. Little Joe. That's even fairly nicely. A little bit of ink splattered down there at the bottom, but still a nice card overall. Charles Oakley. Patrick Ewing. Hopefully we get another Bird. Karl Malone. Another Bird with a without the ink splotches on it. Robinson checklist. Which one is that? That's the Mavericks. And you want the checklist for the Mavericks? Well, I do for the Mavericks. Everybody else maybe for the Bulls. Michael Jordan, All-Star. You want the Bulls, you want the Celtics, you want the Lakers. Jeff Martin. Not sure who he is. AC Green. Definitely got to keep him. I'm not really a big Laker fan, but back then you always liked watching them. You never know. Oh, Spud Webb. Yeah, we'll keep him in there. Just because he's Spud Webb. Golden State, Houston. There's the Lakers. I'm gonna get, I think there's 3, if I'm not mistaken, Jordan cards in here that are worth a little bit of money. Well, actually, well, a little bit more than a little bit, but one I don't think I'll even have a chance of getting. That's the artist proof drawing. I don't believe Miss Rodman. A little off-centered, well, a lot off-centered from left to right. Mullins. Lambeer. That's with Magic. I think that's Magic. Newman. Paxson. Rude. Getting down to the nitty gritty. Scottie Pippen. Finally pulled one of Scotty's. That's very good. Reggie Miller. Derek Harper. Jackson, Minnesota. Portland. Jeff Malone. AC Green with Barkley. Yeah, keep him out there. Let me get these out of the way. 36 packs holds a lot of cards. Pat Riley. East and West coaches. Chuck Daly. Brown. rookie. Robert Parrish. And Lakers. Elijah. There we go. Kevin McHale. And Dennis Johnson. We gotta keep the Celtics together. Grant. Carr. Cheeks. Kevin McHale. Harper. Grant Long. 3/4 of the way through. And got a Michael Jordan right there. Yeah, we had to put him up. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, Jordan over Barkley anytime. And just keep that card right there just because it's got Bird in it. Parrish. Campbell. Elijah. I just need a good Bird out of this. Sean Kemp. Scottie Pippen. Short. Joe Wolf. Patrick Ewing. Finally got his card. That's good. I've got just about everybody. Except for, did I get a Stockton? I don't know if I got a Stockton or not. Maxwell. Should have stacked those a little different. Richardson. Aha, there's a John Stockton. Everybody's nemesis. Rookie, yeah. Isaiah Thomas, that's pretty well centered nicely. Rambless. Robinson. Sally, Price, Anderson, Cooper, Blackman, oh yeah. Still. But at least I got Bird. Patrick Ewing. Got to go back through and sleeve all these. This many cards are kind of hard to sleeve, especially with as many as you're going to get in this series. Celtics checklist. Michael Jordan, All-Star. AC Green. Keep him just. That's another one I didn't get. I don't believe I got a base card of Magic. Clyde Drexler. Alright, Grant. Even though some of these rookie cards they didn't do very well in the NBA, I still keep them. Just come in with all the rookies. There's another Spud Webb. We'll keep him in there. Why not? Man, my size can dunk. He's more than earned it, I think. Newman, Knicks. There's a Knicks card that had an error on it. I can't remember who it is. And the last pack. Last pack mojo. Let's see. There's Harper, Rodman, Mullen, Lambeer. Jeff Malone, Ron Malone, Ford, Throwback. And I hope you enjoyed it. Did get some nice, did get some nice Jordans, Barclays, Rodmans, Robinson, even the infamous Mark Jackson card with the Knicks. That's maybe who I'm thinking of. But there is a Knicks error card out there somewhere, and I cannot recall the name of it. I wish I could. And I don't remember right offhand. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I like to do vintage, just about anything. And basketball, since this is actually when I was watching basketball, 80s and 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Because then we got the Mavericks in Dallas, and plus you had, you had a big battle between Magic and Bird, and then you had Michael come on the scene, and then it kind of went into everybody going on to the Olympics and everything. So yeah, it was a fun time back then, but kind of got interested more into, in the football, baseball. Didn't really have a lot of time for basketball. Trivia question for you. What two days out of the year that there is no professional sports as far as football, baseball, basketball, and soccer? And if anybody asks you that question, tell them there's two: the day before and the day after the All-Stars, because nobody's playing, because the players have to go from uh, from the All-Star game back to their home cities. So no one's playing then, and when they have the All-Stars, there's no basketball. There's no basketball, no football, no soccer. So if anybody asks you, now you know. Until then, I hope everybody stays safe and healthy. And please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification, and hopefully you'll see some more of this. I'm not doing a full basketball yet. I'm doing a lot more football, baseball. Football season's coming up, so I get more into football. Even though baseball's trying to wrap it up. So, anyways, I hope everybody enjoyed it and have a good week coming.